Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Midsouth Collegiate Open. My name is Daniel Dravitt, and I'm here joined by
Dalton Hastings,
the one and the only. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this tournament, Dalton?
For sure. So this is a classic college event where there are 2 rounds of rotating doubles and followed by a round of singles. Today's the first day, Saturday, so it'll be a round of rotating dubs, which you'll see here, a round of singles, and then the following day, Championship Sunday, we'll finish with a final round of rotating doubles. The field here today is stacked. We have 5 of the top 25 teams in college disc golf, and after this tournament, 7 of which will be in the top 25.
Yeah, a lot of really talented individual players out there, and you're going to be seeing some great shots from these guys. So, I mean, let's get into it. We got Illinois and Missouri State on the feature card here for round 1.
All right, what's up, everyone? We got round 1 feature coverage of the Jonesboro tournament. We got Missouri State here. Woo! And as always, we've got the Illini here. We're ready for a great round. Are we ready for a great round?
We're ready for a great round.
Awesome intro, Dan. Starting us on hole 5, which is kind of weird, not traditional, but it is the typical Jonesboro layout, so this hole will look familiar.
This one, we're playing the pro tee. On a lot of these holes, we're playing the blue tee, but this one, it's the same one, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, Joel accidental roller there, but still like a look.
Yeah, kind of got up there a bit. Joe with a backhand here, turning.
Looks good. The only thing is anything overturned is just going to get hit by those trees there.
Yeah. He got a little sneaky, though.
He really did.
Sneaky enough.
Here's Matt.
Yeah, Matt Lauer. I mean, you know, the
forehand specialist.
The forehand specialist. Magician Matt, they call
Going
him.
Halo Wraith here. It looked really good.
It did.
There was a slight headwind, so I guess he thought he needed to throw a little harder, but still like a C1 bid, probably C1 edge.
Yeah, really what we're trying to do strategy-wise for a lot of these holes, it's like if Matt can get us in play, and then you can kind of give it the full juice to try and get it right near the basket.
Yeah, it's really just a straight shot, and I was trying to let the wind pull me over. I threw a T-Bird 3 pretty beat up here, and that hill really stops you from skipping.
That was an amazing shot. That is honestly one of your best shots of like the tournament. Just happens to be the first one too. Really a pro level shot.
Really wanted to set the mood off right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can this putt, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's a short one. I mean, I don't know how anyone would miss this one. It's just, I love you, Trevor. I'm so sorry. I was so mean.
Well, here you go.
Yeah, here we go.
Never a doubt.
Dude, I would not have made that joke if I missed that part.
Great way to start off.
Next hole, hole 6, par 4. This one you got to get out straight and then fade just a little bit, but more importantly, you got to be straight. I'm throwing a nuke here.
Looks like a good shot.
Yeah, it's getting out there. Didn't fade as much as we wanted it to, but
honestly, the miss is right.
The miss is right.
Short left is jailed. Trevor here, we told him to get a bit more aggressive and hug it a little bit more. And I think he just was a bit too inside and clipped those branches.
Yeah, if he threw like 5 feet further, it would have been like a twice as good drive. But, you know, that's how we're playing it, so we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, here we have Gray. I believe he's throwing a Prodigy X1, a distance driver, and it looks like a good shot.
Yeah, that's going to do for sure.
That forward roll definitely helps a little bit.
Yeah, it does. You'll have a forehand into this green.
Pretty much no matter where you are. It really just depends how open the angle is.
Yeah, and it's really the same shot, kind of from wherever, kind of just a touch. Yeah, you know.
So we pushed it a little straighter than them, as you can see they're just on the left. So Matt's going skip shot with the Nuke OS. And this is about circle's edge.
Yeah, a little bit further than you'd want to have to make it from. So you're trying to crash it in a bit higher, I believe.
I dissed up to an Emperor, trying to get that glide over to the right. As you can see, it's just uphill, and trying to get right is very hard. But I definitely put it a little bit closer than Matt to make that putt a little bit easier.
I thought you were going to be like way higher or way long. The perception is super weird.
It's
burns out.
2 placement shot holes. You do not need distance.
No distance really necessary.
And they kind of did something that was a common mistake that we did in practice, which is cutting that corner a little too tight, and just that was an awful reaction.
It is. The miss is putting it a little wide.
Yeah. So this is what they're left with. They did take the farther one just because it was an open look compared to all those bushes and trees in the way.
It's uphill, so you're trying to run it a little bit. But that's going to be a very, very easy par for them.
This looks so much farther on camera.
It does. Trevor for birdie.
Great putt by Trevor.
Good birdie start.
Is going back.
Yeah.
Hole 7 is kind of just a bomber hole.
Yeah.
We were playing this into kind of a ripping headwind with like a light drizzle. You see Matt's disc just get absolutely smacked over.
And that's OB down there, and Dalton Hastings rips it.
I put the backwards hat on for this one.
I know. I mean, the wind with the speed that you're going, just
I threw
flip
that
hat.
way too high. That was the bit of an error.
No, it's an amazing shot. You made Toby turn around. You did your job.
That's a good feeling.
It is. It is. You love seeing it. He's just like, oh, it's fantastic.
Joel also going backwards hat on this one. That's fun to see.
I mean, it's the backwards hat hole, I guess. That is OB, though.
Fun fact, this one for Joe, he was debating between two discs. You see that orange one on the ground.
Yeah.
And I told him to go to the more stable one. So helping out the competition a little bit.
And look at that. The perfect flight.
I mean, he did throw the disc. I didn't do anything. But
Hey, Coach Dalton moment right there.
They were nice guys. The vibes were great all
yeah.
day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to them. It was so fun.
Approach by Gray here.
Definitely a tricky approach. Forehand looks like the play, but it's also fading down the hill.
Yeah.
So a backhand landing it flat is honestly the best shot for the hole.
It's really hard to get super close to it just because of the slope.
Yeah.
And we're trying to land a little bit high left here. This is a little bit too much of that.
A little too much juice, but I like the idea with the Berg, playing a slow disc into this fast green.
Yeah.
Trevor going zone, which is a little fast, and because if it gets up on edge, it can roll down the hill, but it checked up very nicely.
It checked up super nicely, but sometimes when you throw a zone like that on that hyzer, you're kind of asking for it to roll, so.
Great putt there.
Oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
Matt Lauer on the pole.
That is just so good to watch.
It's a really good.
Hole 8, par 3. Really not too bad, 255 feet, kind of just a hyzer, really.
Again, this is like a Pepsi or a Walmart version of the Pro Tee. Like, it's just hyzer flip that fades. And
they took a hole that would have been like really hard and a huge bonus and kind of made it a musket. Trevor puts it really close. I try and give it a little more.
Wait, I did yell at you to run it. So
you did.
I mean, going
you said,
long
run
is a
it.
mistake.
Major here. Looks good.
Yeah, it came out a little flat, but pushing good. And you can see this is kind of a theme, is that all the baskets are almost on a hillside. So it's really easy to roll away if you come in with a lot of hyzer.
That was some unfortunate ground play there, but very manageable for the putt.
It was. Gray here going back to that X1. He's been throwing around all day.
And this is kind of the move, I feel like, missing a little bit more left of the basket because you'll get the filter towards the basket rather than away.
Exactly.
Good cleanups here.
Thank you.
And that's 2 down to 4 down.
Yeah.
Looking good, looking under par.
Hole 9 is actually a really tricky hole. It's like a forehand flip up, but you can't go too long and you can't go too left. And if you go right, you skip down the hill.
Yeah, same
that
tee as the
checkup
Pro
was
Tee.
Awesome.
That was fantastic. Usually you're skipping maybe the 20 or 30.
Yeah, Matt with a little hop there after the throw. Going back to that Wraith. That's a great shot,
That is a great
though,
shot.
So.
I mean, Glass's Matt is absolutely lethal.
Oh, from anywhere. See, but it seemed like every hole was playing into a headwind this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, like, angles-wise, but that was clearly a headwind. You saw it flipped over. If you flip over here, you really don't have much of a chance.
No, and it's really easy to do, because if you flip up even a slight bit, those trees that you see on your screen just to the left where they are will catch you in a heartbeat.
It's almost like to get the shot that you had to, like, really brush past those branches.
Or, like, be flipping up.
Exactly, right by them.
Great upshot.
Yeah, good playing into that hill. And good cleanup for par.
Yeah,
love to see that. And lucky for us that this ground play was what it was. Did not have to stress the putt here.
This is another hole where it's really, really hard to park, but you should try to get it. I feel like it's definitely one you want to get.
Yeah, hole 10, really hard. Got to go down through this gap, and you got to push straight. I'm too flippy, but got a good lie that's going to be safe-ish.
Was that a surge?
It was a surge, just a little too flippy.
I mean, we made Trevor go Wraith here. This is overturned, but it does get through those trees, which is really fortunate.
Yeah, there's a little space there, but he definitely had to contend with the trees.
And adding to your whole description, there's OB all along the left side. Anything that fades is quickly out of bounds.
Yeah, so that's kind of why a lot of players do miss right, because they're playing it a bit more flippy because they're just a little worried about that OB.
Absolutely.
Playing as a par 5. Pros play it as a par 4 from the same Pro Tee, but we have the pleasure of playing it as a 5, which is nice for everyone's feelings.
Yeah. I mean, a 4 still feels good. And that...
Oh, yeah.
Stay up. Okay, good.
Yeah, that'll progress.
He's definitely going more aggressive, but as you see, if you don't turn it over, anything left is just OB. There is another course over there, which is kind of funny.
There is a lot of cool stuff on this property.
Yeah, me going forehand Emperor. This was more of a safe shot, so Matt can go a little more aggressive.
Yeah, clipped something, but a good spot to be for par.
Easy 4.
Yeah, for
4.
4.
Birdie, actually.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct. Matt trying to get sneaky. He got sneaky, though. He got sneaky.
He did clip that last little ridge there that really slowed him down, which was unfortunate.
He did, but just getting past that clump.
This is kind of where the
nice.
Ideal pro drive lands, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's to get the 3. You kind of
3.
have to get up here, almost even like closer to that kind of the candy cane pole right there.
And as you can see, there's like elevation change on the way to the basket.
There is, yeah. And then again, you have a sloped green here.
So you're approaching it again with a Berg, I believe.
Just a Berg, yep. Allowing Trevor to kind of give it a run with the origin. and he had the power.
He did. He definitely gave it a run.
He's not going to leave it short.
No, definitely not. This is them for 4. I love his putt. That
I know.
spin
It
putt
is
into,
so spinny, so cool.
into the wind. It just plays so well.
Yeah. Joe here.
Clean, just low
Yeah.
out of his hand.
Little right, little low.
Just a bunch of tap outs now.
I believe that's going to be a 5 for Missouri State.
Yep.
And as long as you're good for this, a 4.
Yeah.
Love it.
So hole 11 is actually the Pro Tour hole 1, and it is a easier version of what the pros play. You can see us playing with blue basket down the hill. The difference of 40 feet is everything.
It is. Well, because with the pro basket on top of the hill, this is a downhill shot, but with the pro basket, it is uphill, level if not uphill.
My shot's perfectly between the two, unfortunately.
We could have played to either basket from that one. It's the hole that Calvin Heimberg won the playoff on in Jonesboro, if you have probably seen that clip. Not the basket we're going to,
Great
though.
tee pad, just like really aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Look, this is just gorgeous. And as you can see, rolling hills are a theme out here. Just
Yep.
up, down, up, down. No green is flat, really.
I enjoyed warming up on this hole.
Yeah.
Good driving range of sorts to
Good
get you
bid
warm.
by them. It's one of the easier holes out here that we should be getting, unfortunately. So
It is, yeah. We've got a C2 putt here.
Trevor airmailed it a little bit.
Little high.
I remember turning to you and telling you have to run this because
I did not want to run it. Trevor was kind of far, and like you're a dog for this comebacker putt, but like, oh boy, would be a very
Yeah.
sad way to bogey.
see in my head. So we were doing paper scorecards, which made it
We
really
were
difficult.
No idea what's going on
exactly.
out there.
So we really wanted to birdie everything.
We did. Par 4 here. You want to go straight, and then hyzer. This is.
It looks so good.
I know it's just a touch too straight. So Trevor's going to make the adjustment, do a little bit more hyzer for this par 4, and then the second shot you go uphill. Kind of have to contend with a low ceiling and a tree on the left.
Yeah. So I see you've been using a towel on the tee pads. Any reason for that?
Yeah, I am not a turf guy. How about you, Dalton?
Not a big turf fan either,
Not a
especially
turf
when
guy.
it's drizzling like it was today.
When it's drizzling, when it's wet, the slips happen all the time, and the towel, it at least gives me a little confidence. Makes
all that
me
matters.
think I can do it.
We're battling a toe injury all week too.
A toe injury from a while ago just seems to flare up sometimes, but it was good during competition.
Matt going beaten zone. That I like the idea. It's just those branches just come in the way.
Yeah, so you're trying to go backhand hyzer,
I'm
low.
going to overstable mid, pursuit by legacy, and it just got a little skippy on me. I thought it was a
great
good
shot, though.
line, but good, definitely pin high, which is
Yeah,
good.
no, I mean, happy to be in the circle.
It's deceiving throwing uphill.
It is.
Like you can see them coming up well short.
Yeah. It's tough because you've got the low ceiling, but then you've also got the uphill. So the window for to get that disc in there is super
Good
small.
bid by Gray there.
That was a really good bid.
Yeah, and the other thing that I find is that it's really hard not to throw nose up going uphill, which when there's wind, man, it makes it hard.
It does.
What a pod.
Dude,
What a pod.
every time I watch it, it gets more and more banned, and it still goes in. So that concludes the front nine. No, it doesn't.
No, it
That
doesn't. We
does
have one
not
more
conclude
hole.
the front nine. Just kidding.
Matt Lauer with a crank here. This looks so good. Again, everything's in a headwind, so
Yeah.
there's more wind than you can see on camera. This was just such a good shot.
Yeah.
It was so good that I just completely did not focus and was like, let me get off this. And, well, that's a Yankee Doodle. You see
Yeah.
me try to blame the tee-pad for that shot, and it was just a bad shot.
It's all right. We're good from 5. We're good from 5. This is another blue tee as opposed to the gold tees.
Yeah, this is a shame, in my opinion, just because of how fun the gold pad is, or the pro pad.
Yeah, I think it's just a little too easy.
Yeah. It's just a hyzer.
There is nothing out there.
Yeah.
Not just
Oh,
a
that one
hyzer is
flipped
not how we're
over a
birdieing
lot.
it, but yeah, that did
Yeah.
flip.
It was really easy to go long on some of these holes when the wind was kind of playing with your shots.
Yeah,
Great
That-
putt
woo!
by Major there.
a band in on the previous one, a cage in on that. I love it.
And there's Trevor.
There is Trevor, and that's going to put Missouri State at 3 under par and the Illini at 8 under par through 9 holes.
We kind of shredded that
We
front.
were kind of shredding that.
Yeah, it felt
I
good.
was feeling good. You were feeling good.
Vibes were great.
Vibes were great.
Let's throw out a couple thank yous. We have
Absolutely.
Eli Webb for being the tournament director. We have Brenda Moose for assistant tournament director. And Mr. Moose, who was kind of just hanging around and being a good guy all day.
Yeah, I met him. He's a super cool guy. And then on the Illini side of things, we have to thank our adult advisor, Nick, for filming, putting this together, really helping us out a ton. Toby for being out there and filming the catch cam shots, along with doing some of the editing, and also Caleb Martin for editing the other rounds for this. Other than that, we are excited to get into the back nine of this round.
Yes, we are. We'll catch you then.